are the best of the best, and that's why you're here. When we look in the Constitution of Arizona, we realize that there is a trust indenture. We realize that the people are granting power to our officials. One thing that is very important in the Declaration of Rights is that we must understand that we have to frequently go back to fundamental principles. Because if we don't do that, we will lose a free government. And so when we look at this situation that's happening with DCS, because you are the best of the best, the people trust you with the power that you derive from them to protect them from private corporations, from enterprises, from federal corporations that come in and collude. I don't even want to say with the state because the DCS is a private organization, it's not the state. But they are colluding and they're taking children for a profit. And that's one thing that is not being looked at. You can't have a price tag on a child, have a private business do it, and everybody say, hey, as public officials, we don't know what's going on. Because I believe this ARS Section 25 that tells us that part of the money that DCS is taking, they are donating it to the general fund. So there's a trust indenture that the judges have. And it is the judges that are supposed to protect the rights of the people in the Constitution. So you can't be under the Constitution at one time and then working privately with the business on the other end under Title 4E with a contract. So I'm giving due notice so that you can give due care. Because if we don't give you notice and tell you that we know that this is outside of your trust indenture, then you may not know. When you look at what's happening, there is no separation of powers because there is a side business that is being done or used against the people to make funds. But you still have the trust indenture you have with the people. So there's a big conflict of interest there. And we need to solve it and fix it. You are the best of the best, so we come to you to plead with you humbly for you to do the right thing, for you to protect the people because that's part of your trust. So we hire you to take care of our property and to protect us. And so if people are allowed to go outside of the trust indenture, families get hurt. And so I had a case I don't even want to talk about, but
Mr. Mayor, you're acting for 2 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And members of the public, thank you again for your comments. I want to emphasize that this body, the Judicial Council, doesn't have any authority in particular cases. They can't intervene in particular cases. And while I understand how intensely people feel about the welfare of their children and their role as parents, you also should understand that the powers of DCS and the oversight of DCS are largely determined by statute. Those are matters the legislature is determining. And the judges do the best they can deciding cases within the law based on the facts that appear before them. So I want you to understand that while we listen to your concerns, if you're concerned about something like changing whether the statute says that there will be juries in dependency cases, that's not something within the authority of this council.
Is it special law, though, sir? If I may ask really quick, is it special law that they're using or is it general law that they're using?
The authority of DCS is a process involved in dependency cases. It's largely dictated by general laws within the Arizona Revised Code.
Family court should have juries.
Yes.
And if that's a policy position that you wish to advance, it's the legislature that you should speak to. And that's my point. This body has no authority on that decision.
That is actually, that's correct.